Yo, what's up, everybody? I get this question all the time. How much should I charge? How do you figure out what to charge? I've heard it all from both sides, from the creators and from the artists, right? Let's get into it. This is a topic y'all probably waiting for. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my page. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Let's get it. The goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. We in this thing. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss the importance of pricing and understanding long-term value as a creator. As we walk into this thrift store, it got me thinking. Every album in this store, especially the big vinyl albums, once sold for full value. They were hot back in the day, and people were excited to get their hands on them and listen to them. But now it's easy to see these records are no longer the center of attention. And as creators, how we set our prices, whether making beats or studio time, is critical. So here's one thing you might need help with, and that's establishing your prices. When it comes to your production, studio time, or whatever services you provide, you want to set your pricing strategy. And yes, there is a such thing as a pricing strategy. A lot of new time artists and producers just don't know it. So here's some tips, right? You have to figure out what you charge for your service. If you're a producer like me, you have to charge for your tracks. And you can't go by what other people tell you your price should be. You should set your price according to what it takes for you to make the product. So in order for you to make a track, what does it take? What do you have to do? What do you have to pay for? VSTs, subscriptions, all of those services that you pay for should be added up, and that will be a factor in determining what your price is per track. And in addition to those fees that you have to pay to make a track, you also have to get paid. So you have to figure out how much do you charge for your time an hour. What you charge today and how you protect your value over time is critical. What you don't want is for your work to end up undervalued and marked down, sitting in the creative world's bargain bin. Here are 3 simple reasons you can use to emphasize the importance of a strong pricing strategy. 1. Perception of value. The price you set tells people how much your work is worth. 2. Sustainability. Charging the right price allows you to continue creating at a high level. 3. Longevity. A well thought out pricing strategy helps you protect your work over time. You're not just selling for today, you're ensuring your work maintains its value in the future, keeping it out of that creative bargain bin. One of the tips is you can go on Google and you could look up the going rate. Let's say you wanted to know the minimum rate for what a music producer makes in your area. You could Google it and you could get an idea of a number, and then based on what you're doing and your expenses, you can actually have that total number. And that's gonna give you a good idea how to set your price. Now that you've got a baseline with the minimum wage for music producers in your area, let's talk about how to build on that. Establishing your price isn't just about covering your expenses, it's also about reflecting on your unique value that you bring to the table. Here are a few things to consider as you fine-tune your pricing strategy. Your experience and skills. Think about your experience level and the skills you possess. If you've got a track record of successful projects or a unique style, don't be afraid to charge a premium for that expertise. 2. Market demand. Check out what other producers with similar skills are charging. If there's a high demand for your style, you could adjust your rates accordingly. And 3. The value you provide. Consider the results you deliver. Are you helping artists achieve chart-topping hits, or are you providing a sound that resonates with a specific audience? When you understand the value you provide, you can price your services more effectively. By taking these factors into account, you could create a pricing strategy that not only feels fair to you, but also attracts the right clients. Don't take advice from people who's never done what you're trying to do. Do not take advice from people who are inexperienced and have no knowledge of the business. Try to find mentors or people on YouTube like myself, hit that subscribe button, who has experience and who's been through it, who could give you some insight. When you watch my videos, as time goes on, I'll tap into deeper and deeper subjects and give you some tips. So I hope the tips I gave you in this video gave you something to think about, gave you some perspective and how to calculate your price. But I want you to remember, when you're competing against online prices where they're selling it for little or nothing, don't feel like you have to drop your value or drop your price. And a lot of customers, potential customers, might say, man, I'm gonna just get it online, I'm not paying that. You still have to consider the fact that you're bringing your style, your experience, your expertise to the production, and you're coming up with something original that's gonna hold a higher level of value, especially if you are already a staple in the industry, if you already have like credits and your name and experience is going to keep the, bring more value. Don't drop your price down too low and put yourself in a situation where you end up in that bargain bin in the thrift store. And when people trying to lowball you, basically they're trying to talk you out of your value and lower your price based on their budgets or their shortcomings. Remember, they're the ones who are coming to you for a service. You have all of the tools to provide a service. They don't. That's why the exchange monetarily makes sense. They're paying you for your service. They are coming to you with money to exchange for your time, expertise, and energy. You can't allow people to lowball you. That's why it's not good to listen to people. You tell them what it is. So if it takes you doing some research or shutting it down, shut it down for a little while until you figure it out. Grab a pen and a paper, total up all your expenses, calculate your value, do some research, look at the market on Google, find out what the minimum wage is, and then associate it with yourself by adding a maximum wage, something that makes sense for you, right? I wish I had somebody like me to tell me, listen, man, ignore them people. They don't even know what they talking about. And what they saying now is gonna hurt you in the next year to 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. That little advice that you listen to from people who don't know what they talking about will mess you up long term. This is Donald XL Robertson. I want you to hit that subscribe button. Definitely stay tuned. We got more videos on the way. So hit that button, let your friends know, share the page, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.